Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Hi, I'm Lisa Akbari, your hair doctor, and I'm excited about today because we are still reading our book. The book. Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair at Any Age. And we had a great conversation last week. And I want to first, I want to stop and thank some of you for coming by. I had some wonderful visitors this week. I had Miss Matthews and Miss Pearl. That's what I call them. Um, and they came by, and there's some of my cyber families. They came by to the Institute to see me. I had hair and scalp analysis, and we've got them on a very good program solving their problems. So thank you so much, Miss Matthews and Miss Pearl, for coming by to see me. Thank you. But I want to, any of you out there, please call. Even if you can't come by, maybe you can call and get a phone appointment. And the phone appointments are usually for people who have hair and scalp problems. But if you just want to chat about your hair, even if you are on track, give me an update, you can use those phone appointments for that. Just let them know you just want a few minutes to chat about your problems, or email me. My email is now working again. I was using a Gmail account, but anyway, it was rolling over to the email. My Lisa Akbari account was rolling over, so it was still not a problem. But you can email me, please. Let me hear from you. But really, in order for me to, because I get so much email, in order for me to really get you on this show, I'd like for you to send me. I like you to send me just some, information on my YouTube page, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to answer questions from that page, or and even read your comments. So please send me emails on my YouTube page. Okay, now the first one, it says, "Thank you so much, so very much. You are the best. You're the best." That's so sweet to say that. "I wish I could come to you, but I'm all the way in Spain." Oh my goodness, I would love to come to you. I want to visit Spain one day, and I've never been, so I think I may do that. But let's see. But originally from New York. Okay, my family now lives in Georgia. That's not too far from me. When I come home to visit, I will make a special trip to you. Yay! God bless you. Well, God bless you too. Natural hair of Spain. Okay, it says, "What do you think about mud washes?" Now, okay, when we say mud washes, are we speaking of anything other than our clay? Let's see what you're saying here. Because mud washes are are not going to clean. They're more like conditioners, and actually, some of them are more. They're going to do more. Oops, wrong one. Let me go back. Actually, some of them are going to do more of dissolving of pollutants. Let's see. Let me see what it says. My little research. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. There's several people that talk a lot about. Okay, let's just X that out. Okay, talk about mud washes on different different on different sites. So let me do a little bit of research on that. I think it's a particular company that offers a wash, but I'm not really sure. I'll find out, and then I will let you know. Because really, just remember, guys, shampoos, you want them to have the cleansing agents so that they can actually clean the hair. A lot of times we get caught up with these washes, or these mud or clays or things like that, so that we can actually dissolve buildups. But the problem with just dissolving them, I'm going to pull it up because my hair is getting so tall you can't. And I've got a hole in it. Okay. I said I wasn't going to do this today. Okay, it's just going to be there. Okay, we're not going to worry about the hole. but a lot of them will dissolve some of the pollutants, but they don't really shampoo them away. So then you have them dissolve. When you rinse, some of them will rinse away, but then they'll settle back down on the hair and scalp. So it could be problematic long term. So I'll do a little more. And if there's some folks out there that want to send me some links or things like that, please, please do that. So I think you're speaking a specific company that offers that, but we'll see. It says, "Hello, Dr. Akbari. Your hair is so beautiful. Thank you so much." And you know what? You guys are always complimenting my hair. Send me some pics. Send me some pictures of your hair. And you can actually send them to my email account. And that way it could be for my eyes only. Or you can send them on YouTube and I can see my family. I can start posting them on my Facebook page, or I can post them on on my website. That would be super. So send me some pics of your beautiful hair because I know you guys are doing some great things. So thank you for answering my question about blow drying my hair. I appreciate all the knowledge you have to share with us. God bless you and see you soon. Oh, thank you. And this one says, can you explain? Oh, this is the beginning. All right. It says, "Hello, Dr. Akbari. Thank you for all that you do. I saw you on TBN's Doctor to Doctor and love your segments." Isn't that a cool thing how they will do that on TBN? If you haven't, you can actually go to their website and then you'll be able to search for my name and get some of those segments. But it's pretty cool. But anyway, she says, "I was so pleased to find you here on YouTube. I had a baby 4 months ago. Well, congratulations. And have only watched a few vids. So please forgive me if you have already answered this question. No problem, no worries." She's given your thoughts on co-washing. What is your opinion on Jasdine's product when? Is it a cleansing conditioner, which in my opinion is co-washing? Has his product changed your mind on co-washing? God bless you and TY. Okay. I said, can you explain? Oh, that was a separate question. I'll go to that one next. Okay, let me just talk to you about co-washing. Co-washing first, it's just where you're rinsing the hair with conditioner. What I think that's happening with this product, if you remember the kind of cream of nature type um, conditioning shampoos, I think that's what it is. It's still a hydrating shampoo. The problem with these products, and I have patients who have come in and they've used these products. The problem is the long term. The initial touch on your hair, the initial feel, the initial process, because we do so many damaging things. Women do so many damaging things to their hair, whether they're white or black or straight or kinky hair, it doesn't matter. We do so many things, and a lot of times the hair becomes damaged and it feels brittle and start to break because it's so dehydrated. So anytime it gets any kind of hydration, it sucks it up. So it's cool for hydration purposes, but if we're speaking cleansing purposes, it's not so cool. So you really are not cleaning the hair, and I think it's a pretty serious something we should have a pretty serious conversation about moving forward. And I'm going to do so much more because I've got all kinds of great things happening for 2013. Oh, so many good things. But anyways, we need to put that really high up on the list of things because dry hair is a big concern. Using products that dry the hair out is a big concern. Did you see that body? It just kind of jumped in there. But anyway, dry focus, Lisa. Okay, drying hair is a big concern. So we really have to make sure that we don't use products that dehydrate, but we must always clean. If we don't clean, and if we put conditioners, too many of these fillers, see, products that like humectants, those things blend with your shampoos, believe it or not, certain humectants. But it's very dangerous to try to say we can truly turn a shampoo into a conditioner, which is what most of these folks are saying. there's a lot to be said about it. So I just want you to be careful, and I do want you to tell you this, that I'm going to do more and more on this. And in 2013, you're going to see some great things from me, because I think you need that. I mean, I've been holding back on some of the things because I don't want to turn all of my what I do into this big commercial. But it's kind of like going to the doctor and the doctor saying, don't do this, don't do that, and not giving you a real prescription. So I'm going to really start doing some specific things, especially as it relates to shampoos. Okay, but no, that does not change my mind about co-washing, and you cannot truly condition and clean at the same time. I haven't changed my mind on that. All right, so the next one is, can you explain hair porosity and how you should choose products based on this? That's a really good question. Okay, porosity deals with your hair's ability to absorb liquids, moisture, chemicals, whatever. Anything that's in a liquid form for the most part. Pasty form, just not completely solid. So if you comb your hair, it's not going to absorb the comb. But if you put a hair conditioner on, it's going to absorb the conditioner. So it's your ability to absorb. It deals with that. Okay, well, what happens with poor porosity here, you will absorb something quickly, but you will not hold it. It will just dissipate. And that's usually when your cuticle and cortex is damaged. Your cuticle is all open, your cortical fibers are all loose and weak, so you don't absorb and you don't hold it. You absorb it, but you don't hold it. When your hair is pretty much you have a tight cuticle, then your porosity is on the other end of the stick, in other words. And you end up not absorbing products as well. You want your porosity to be equal. That means you want to have the cuticle layer in such a condition that your hair will absorb its liquids. The cuticle will flip up and down, absorb them, become compact based on certain things. Now, what are those things and how do you get this? The way to have the best porosity is to have healthier hair. A more compact cuticle gives you good porosity. The way to get the good porosity is to keep your hair balanced. And as you always hear me say, there's a delicate protein and moisture level within the cortex or within the hair fiber that must stay balanced. So you have to have protein and moisture. So guess where you get that? What I'm always preaching is in your deep conditioning. So you want to get protein for strength, moisture for hydration. What that does, it keeps the cuticle tight and it keeps it it keeps it flapping, flexible. Tight when it's supposed to be when the hair is dry, when it dries, like after shampooing, it dries, not dry out. And then open up when your liquids hit it, just slightly so it can absorb it. Okay? All right, so remember that. And what do you look for? You just want the proteins, moisture, balance. You don't want to just use protein only, and you really don't want to use moisture only, but you do want to balance. That's going to give you good porosity. And for those of you who are thinking about texturizers and things like that, you got to consider that, because when some people come into my institute and they said, well, I was having a texturized technique, but as soon as you put the relaxer on, then my hair just went straight. Well, that was because your porosity was problems with your porosity. So even if you have natural hair, you can have poor porosity. Okay, now, I know I'll get more questions about that, and yay, that'll be good. It says, you look beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You look beautiful. I know, that's why I got to have your pictures. I feel your beauty. And beauty is not just on the outside, but it's on the inside, and you are beautiful. So I can say that. It is definitely. Thank you so much. Another great video. Love, lots of hugs and love. Thank you, thank you. I'm hugging you back. I have a question. Have you decided to, the big R question. Have you decided to relax your hair or leave it natural? If you relax your hair, I may text mine. Oh, come on, Nikki Love. You know, you're my girl. Okay. Well, we won't talk about that. All right, next question. I hi, Dr. Akbari. Please give your thoughts on shampoo bars. Okay, shampoo bars. I'm really thinking about one. Working with my chemist, really wanting to make one because I think they're so cool. But it's all about what's in it. It really is. If we have the mild cleansing agents, if we're not alkaline, we're more acidic, then we're going to be okay. But I'll let you know. That's something that I'm really, 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 really wanting to do because I think they're just cool and convenient. So you put one on and I want it where you can shampoo your hair, your face, your body as well. So it's gonna be a little trick there, but that's the one I want. But yes, I think they will be okay as long as the pH is where it should be. There's not a lot of condition fillers in there. Then I think we'll be okay. Okay. All right, that's all the questions. Now let's get to the book. The book, the book, the book. Okay, I know y'all see how I moved past the big R question. But you'll see, this is the verdict is still out. Okay. All right. So let's see. Where are we now? We want to start with let's see what did we do last week on the book. Before making the hair change. We talked about that and we talked about the hair color and how do you know what to do before you make that change? In other words, before you put a relaxer on your hair or before you put a color on it. For those of you who are natural kinky but you want a color, a hair, it's just look at that. Look at that bounce and that little that's good porosity, good elasticity, all of the above. Praise you, Jesus. Okay, but I am really, really, really getting distracted a lot with my hair today. All right, so first is I started with this big hole in the crown. And see how, and look, it kind of goes back here. No, this back here somewhere. So I just definitely have to leave that alone. It's because it's so incredibly long and I stuff it on my head because I still like my puffs. Anyway, so let's start with preventing aging of your hair and scalp. And this book is about Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair at Any Age. So we really want to prevent our hair and scalp from aging. Our hair and scalp can age, get old, get weak, break up, fall apart, aging. All right. With life changes, okay, let me just read because I know I can keep it concise if I do that. Okay. With life's challenges and changes, when those occur, that seems to overcrowd our schedule. And that's true. We get busy, like my working out. Oh my goodness, I need to do that more than ever. And I've got myself a bicycle. Yeah, anyway, that'll take us all into another area, and I'll never get to the book. But I see the sun go up, I see the sun go down, and I haven't ridden my bicycle, and I'm upset. Hitting the gym early mornings is just what it's about, and that's the only way I'm going to get it in. But anyways, it overcrowds our schedule. We go into autopilot mode. That means we do what we have to do. We instantly start prioritizing of our life. What's most important? Trimming off things we think are not important or that can wait, or I'll get to them later. hmm Um, just to save time. We want to do that to save time. We're cutting corners. Pretty much what we're doing. Okay, we justify this by telling ourselves that it's only because we're busy. We'll get to it later. As soon as things settle down, I'll get back to it. We tell ourselves that. We're going to go back to it, and we just believe this. I mean, believe me, I've done it. But I've done it plenty of times. We've all done it. But that doesn't make it right. When we start putting things off that are good for our body, good for us, it just doesn't make it right. The problem is that in many cases, when you go into this type of autopilot mode, something suffers. What you are really saying is, and this happens a lot with our hair. Now let's bring it back to here. What you really are saying is that before you know it, things are all out of order. You're saying, I will have a healthy head of hair only when it fits into my schedule. So if I decide, well, I'm too busy, I'm too tired, I'm just going to go to bed and I'm not going to twist my hair. I'm in the bed because I work 12, 14 hours a day. Oh, I'm exhausted. So with that being said, you got problems. So you got to be careful. Okay. All right. It says now, before you know it, things are not done. There's too many shortcuts. Um, and everything's a mess. You have your hair has begun to be damaged. I have patients to say, well, my hair just all of a sudden start falling out. And then I'll always go back to their schedule because I know when things happen, we start, especially women of color, we have hair that will look decent dirty. So we will skip the cleaning days if we get too busy. I'll get to it. I get to it. It's not good. Okay. Before you know it, things are out of order. In the course of it all, we tend to neglect the care for, oopsie, how rude of me. Let me turn that off. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, that's probably going to happen again and again. So let me, oops, there we go. Okay, let me turn that off. That was my husband. He is probably going to say, why didn't you answer your phone? Well, it's blog time. He needs to look at my schedule. Okay, now turn that off. Okay, sorry guys, that was so rude of me. All right, it says, in the course of it all, you tend to neglect the care for your hair and scalp. We may not walk out of the house with our hair in the mess because we'll style our hair. We'll do something to make it look decent, even if we have to cover it up. But we will walk out of our house with our scalp and hair, scalp and hair care in a mess. In other words, we will have a flaky scalp, an itchy scalp, dry hair sometimes, or hair that's breaking, hair that has not been deep conditioned forever. We'll do that, but we're going to try to make it look decent. So, or it will cover it up. Let me explain what I mean with an example. Now, I just gave you one, but I'm going to give you one that I've written. Think about your to-do list. We went to the salon, had our hair shampooed and styled. Or on our shampoo day, we shampooed and styled our hair. So we check that off our list of things to do. Because a lot of us, like me, a lot of us out there have a list of things to do. We have this nice little list, whether we have it in our head or we have it on paper. What should I do? You have every intention of shampooing and conditioning your hair later that week. Every intention. But as the days go by, you still have not shampooed or conditioned your hair. You look in the mirror and say, my hair doesn't look so bad. Especially with relaxers. Women, you do that. I know that you do that. I can get by, but as I said earlier, something does suffer. You took the time to curl. Sometimes you curl a flat iron dirty hair, twist up dirty hair, but you did not take the time to shampoo and deep condition it. That's my point about hair care versus hairstyle. And this is what we get in trouble with. Now, I know that what you're thinking. What choice did I have? You did what you had to do at the time. This is all in my book. It's a chatty book. My publisher said, you got to make it chatty. But that's why I'm reading it, because I'll get off track if I don't. Because you know how I love to talk. Now I know you've been thinking, what choice did you have? You did what you had time to do. Simple, honest, fair. And you're doing the best you can. But that does not make it right. Your behavior, what you did or didn't do, will cause aging damage to your hair and scalp. And sooner than later, I don't agree. It's sooner than later. It'll cause problems sooner than later. I don't agree with you when you say that you're doing the best you can. I know, wait a minute, don't get mad at me. But I do believe that you're doing the best that you know how. I do. You must learn better so that you can do better. Now, how can you do this? Let's face it. If you have time to take a shower or a bath, and we're going to take that shower or bath daily. you have time to shampoo and condition your hair. Now, what are we going to do throughout this whole aging of the hair process? You're going to learn what I call the quick fix styles. I love them. I practice them. That they're safe and that you will do more than just get by. You'll learning these styles will empower you to never again sacrifice the care of your hair and scalp because you don't have time. Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite because I do know sometimes that I don't even practice the quick fix. But I tell you that when I don't, my scalp will talk to me and itch, and my hair I will see more of those little balls on the ends. You've got to condition your hair. You've got to clean your scalp. Okay? Take the time. I remember a particular situation when one of my clients still complained about hair dryness a week after I gave her a regimen to follow that should have solved her her hair and scalp problems. After a short talk, because I love talking, as you know, but I find out a lot when I talk and when I ask questions and I listen, because I love to listen more than I love to talk. Believe it, I really do. After a short listening session, I realized that she had never followed my simple instructions. Isn't that something? I asked her why, and her answer was, and I'm going to quote her, okay? I did not have time. See, I told you that is our answer. As I touched her dehydrated hair, I asked her, then why bother? Why waste your time looking for a solution? So, guys, if you're not going to do this, turn it off right now. Stop looking for the solution. Stop looking at my answers. Why take the time looking for a solution when you're not going to take the time to learn how to follow the steps? Now, I know my family, my cyber family, you guys are doing what I ask. And I love you for it because you're writing me back and you're saying my hair is so much better, my scalp is so much better. So those are all good stuff. I love that feedback. I love hearing those stories. If you're willing to stop and make proper adjustments, just small things, in your behavior, I believe that you will have a wonderful and safe relationship. And really, it is about a relationship with your hair. The love, hate. I love it today because it's doing what I want it to do. I hate it today because it's not. You will be able to make a choice and make any change you like. Excuse me. Ooh, with your hair. What was that? Sinus. Okay, you will be able to make a choice with your hair. You want to put color in it, if you want to flat iron it, if you want to relax it, whatever you want to do, you'll be able to make that change without your hair suffering. There won't be any impromptu, remiss choices and no more aging damage to your hair and scalp. You can do this, ladies and gentlemen, because we have some males in our family. You can do this. All right? I promise you, you can. You can do this. We can prevent aging of our hair and scalp, which is what this segment was. We can stop hair damage. We can stop scalp damage. I promise you. And you can send pictures. Not only we're beautiful on the inside, but we'll have that beautiful hair as well. You won't have that sick, old, aging hair. Okay? All right. Next week, we're going to talk about the age number. Our age. Does that affect our hair? Okay? So I'm looking forward to that. Well, to God be the glory in Jesus. You know who I serve. Keep those questions coming. I love you. I love you. I love you, Cyber Family. Thank you, Miss Matthews and Miss Pearl, for coming out to see me. And all of you who want to come and see me, email me. I want to hear from you. And I want some pictures. Email it to my lisa@lisaakbari.com account. I will see you next week right here on Ask the Hair Doctor. I love you.